Hi, welcome to New Code channel. Let me start with asking you quick questions, okay? When was the last time you had a point in a meeting to make, but you didn't say it? Or when were you angry last time with your parents or your kids? Or when was the last time when you felt really devastated or sad with a breakup or somebody that you lost in life? When was the last time when you got into a very, very bad argument or conflict with a friend or a colleague or a peer? Now, think about it. When you went through all of this or some of this, what was the deeper fear that you were trying to cope up? Yes. As per the research, 99% of the times our negative emotions and negative reactions come because of some deep fear that we are dealing with. Let me give you some examples for each of these points. For example, I had a point in the meeting to make, but I didn't say because I had a fear that people will laugh at me, or maybe the point that I'm going to make is wrong. Or I was angry with my parent or my kid because I was scared that my parents might fall ill again or my kid might fall down. Or loss of person from your life. This one's tricky. We feel sad, we feel that guilt or some kind of grief, and one of the deep fear that might be aggravating that grief is the feeling of that vacuum you are dealing with now. With this person gone, how do I deal with that vacuum? And then, bad argument or conflict, these happen with the fear of losing my position, losing my authority, losing my, self-esteem. All these could be the fears of getting into these kind of situations. So what this essentially means is that a lot of times in our life, we are not in a happy position because of these fears. We stop ourselves from achieving some larger goals because we are grappling or dealing with some kind of fear. So today I'm going to talk about 4 very powerful techniques that you can use to overcome the fears. The fears that are stopping you to grow, the fears that are stopping you to communicate properly, the fears that are, bringing down the whole quality of your life. So before I get into the techniques, let me share with you some very interesting quick facts about fears and our brain. Fact number 1, did you know that we as human beings are born with only 2 fears? These 2 fears are, 1, fear of falling and fear of loud noise. Then what about other fears? Yes, my friend, all the other fears are learned fears. We learn from our atmosphere, from people around. Next quick fact is that our brain is designed to look around, be extra sensitive, and quickly react to fears. There's a specific portion in our brain called reptilian brain. There's amygdala that is highly sensitive to any level of threat that we see in any information. The problem is that some fears are actually right and some fears are very unreal. For example, I saw my mom getting scared of a cockroach, and I thought cockroaches are the most dangerous species ever born on the earth. And I started reacting the same way till I was like 25 years old. And what was that? That was an unreal fear. So as you can see, that fears are nothing but our own perceptions, our own translations that we have created in our brain. So let's go on and start with our tools. So tool number 1 that I'm going to talk about is the first thing. In order to beat a fear, be curious about it. There's a very famous saying, if fear is in your face, then start running towards it. And what does it mean? It means that be curious, talk to fear. What's happening? And these are some of the questions that you can ask to yourself. Write down, what is this fear all about? Where did it come from? What is the worst that can happen? Let's see. Just write down answers to these questions. What is the best that can happen if I do this? What is the empowering belief that can help me deal with this fear? Giving you an example of talking on a stage. What is this fear about? This fear is about me talking on the stage. I am very fearful. Where did it come from? It came from when I saw somebody talking on the stage and the person forgot what he was saying, and people started making fun of him. And then I realized, oh, it's not that easy. What if I forget? What if people make fun of me? So what is the worst that can happen? That I forget on the stage. What is the best that can happen? I can drop the stage. So what is the empowering belief that can help me deal with this fear? One of the empowering beliefs is that if I prepare well, there is no way I'm going to forget about it. And even if I forget, I can obviously say that I'm sorry. It just skipped my mind. Let me come back to you. And that will only show my maturity. So those are some of the empowering beliefs that you can also refer to one of our videos of affirmations around fear. So what we are trying to say is that being curious about the fear means you are trying to face it. And the moment you start facing it and answering these questions, you will see the level of fears going down. The tool number 2 that we are going to talk about is plan. Now you plan to do something. You have a plan A ready. I will do this. I'll go by this. This is my session plan. This is how I'm going to start my session or my talk or any kind of, whatever goal that you have. You can start planning. Now your brain will be active. You're going to start something new. So what is your brain going to do? By default, instill everything in your brain or in your mind. What can go wrong? And you know what? That's amazing, because instead of getting bogged down by those options of what can go wrong, you can actually utilize that part of your mind to think about plan B, plan C, plan D. Plan A is I start with my business. What can go wrong? I don't get clients. Then what is my plan B? What if my business doesn't work? What's my plan C? What if there is something like coronavirus that comes? What's my plan D? And so on and so forth. Whatever what ifs that you have alternate plans. The moment you start answering these what ifs and having alternatives in your mind, you will see your fears will start going down. So that's your tool number 2. Now let me start with tool number 3, and that is about your self-talk. And think about it. When you are in a situation that you perceive is highly fearful, you are very fearful about that situation. What is it that you tell yourself? Now I'm taking the world's biggest fear, which is talking on the stage. Okay, so we went to people, some people who were actually very, very fearful of talking on the stage, and we asked them this one question. What is your self-talk? What do you tell yourself just, seconds before your name is announced to come on the stage? What goes in your mind? What's the dialogue? And look at these dialogues. What if they don't like it? What if I'm not able to answer their questions? Oh, my turn. Oh my God, I can't do it. Oh no, all the seniors are here. What if I say something wrong? Some people use cuss words. Obviously, I cannot use them here. But yeah, and some of the dialogues like, I don't think I've practiced enough. They will laugh at me. So there's so many internal dialogues, and these dialogues are taken very seriously by your brain. The self-talk is like command to the brain. And if you are telling this to yourself, your brain is going to say, aye, captain. And it will give you all the nervousness. It will do everything to stop you from going to the stage. It will give you butterflies in the stomach. It will give you, all the jitters. You might even fall down. It will unconsciously do certain things to stop you because it feels that it's the biggest threat. And how sad is that? Because it's actually not a threat. Only our self-talk is making this happen. So how about us changing our self-talk? So we went to people who actually were very confident of talking on the stage, and we said, okay, what is the difference? What do you tell yourself? And these are some of the lines that they talked about. Yes, it's my turn. Let me just give my best. Let me just rock it. I've seen worse in life. This is nothing. I'm going to give my best. My hard work will pay. I just need to be authentic, and that's enough. It's okay even if I don't have an answer. I can always admit, promise to revert with the right answer. Who in the world knows everything any which ways? We are all human beings. What will happen at the max? At least I'm trying. I'll learn and get better next time. Now these are the dialogues that they said gave them more power, reduced the fear and anxiety that they felt. So look at this. Only changing your self-talk can help you feel confident in a moment. So think about it. Use the concept of affirmations, how to create these affirmations. I'm giving you a link to the video that we've created. Do go through it. It's just amazing. The power of affirmation can completely change your programming of fear. Now let's move on to the last tool of the day. Tool number 4 is all about body language. How can you use body language to overcome your fear and anxiety? Isn't that tricky? Yes, this is an NLP tool. So think about it and try it out. Okay. So normally, how does your body react when you are feeling a certain way? You feel, for example, if you're feeling sad, what will your body language be? Your eyes will droop down. You might feel slouchy. You're feeling energy is going down. Now, when on the contrary, when you're feeling happy, when you're confident, how's your body language? The moment you feel happy, the body language changes. You are like standing upright with shoulders, absolutely tight, and you're confident, you're talking aloud, you're feeling, right? That energy is flowing fast in your body. Now, if that is the regular way of working, you feel something and your body language change. How about changing your body language in order to change your feelings? So, for example, if I ask you to think about the saddest moment of your life and start laughing, can you do both of these things together? You can't. And that is what I'm talking about. If you start laughing, automatically your body language will change, your brain will refuse to get that memory out, and you can fight your fear. So whenever next time you're feeling fear, you're feeling anxiety, what all you need to do is just stand up straight, just get that confident body language, look at things with confidence, look into the eye, and you will see that automatically your fear and anxiety will vanish. So that's your tool number 4. I know it's a bit tricky. Check out my NLP video, the introduction to NLP, and you will see how and why it works. And thank you so much for listening till the end. And I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, share. Maybe you can help someone in need. So do share it with your friends. It can help people. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.